Hey guys, welcome back to the Dion Gaming channel. Today we're going to be covering the winner first, Dragon of Desire from Discord, also known as Dragon of Champion from in-game. He actually went and followed the direction, PM me the correct amount if you find it inside of the video, which he did. It was 1,200. Went ahead, PM'd, and I do have a Discord right here where it's called Video with Hidden Rewards. I will put that on the description below. That what that does is I post a video in there, it's going to have a hidden reward for somebody to watch the video, and you actually have to find it. He actually went ahead and got it correct, and he won the 1,200 battle 4 point. The way I found the player is, the way he found the video is basically the way I found the player. I found him on Discord. He has a bunch of questions, and I went ahead and answered it. And then he had a little bit more question of the build and stuff like that. So I made one for him and see if he liked it and such. And then I explained him some of the cards does in pictures. I'm not going to cover the whole thing in here about that. Just know that I actually do help players out there. If you guys want to chat in 1v1 on PM and stuff like that, I can help you with your deck and so on. And you can actually test your deck on the launcher.exe if you want to. Or otherwise, you can just see me play it for you, and then it's going to be also covered on this video. So I went ahead already and sent the 1,200 battle force to the players, so congratulations on that. However, what I'm going to be covering right now at this point is Dragon of Desire, also known Dragon Champion. This is technically how your deck is going to work. This is actually difficulty 10, and I'm just going to go ahead and play the video, and you'll be able to see the whole thing, and later I'll talk about it and such on. Alright, so I got a bit salty there, and I'll explain what happened there and all that. But first, I actually go back into the video. I start cooling myself down, taking a breather. I go back and try to finish the video again. I just go into a different difficulty 10 map and see what the map is giving me. I want to show this. If you press insert or delete, you're able to actually rotate something the camera around, so you, just in case if you can't click something that is on the way. I never actually used it, but it's very useful in this situation because I really needed to get that power well without having the rest of the tower destroyed and so on. So I summoned the Rage Flame, and the reason why I use the blue one is because I prefer something. I love that it can freeze the buildings. I love that, but I prefer, for my personal opinion, I prefer that it still deal damage while it freezes, because it freezes itself. You can use Cold Snap ahead of time, and then he will freeze everything that is on you right now. So, you know, and Matter Mastery for here, it's beautiful. I just pretty much take tower, and look, it stalls in the back and long enough for me to do anything. And as you saw in the previous video, it does wonders and so on. So again, as you see, I don't need to do too much with the tower freezing or anything like that. The Matter Mastery just works just fine by itself. So right now, basically, I do 2 of the cannons, and then as I move forward, I found out that in this map, I see a Turunga, and then I see a fucking little mini boss in there that deals a lot of hard damage. So to actually deal with these things, all you have to do is go right ahead and summon an aggressor. Aggressor does not bad for medium, small, and large. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bounce them all around while I have my other guys focusing on him and killing him, while you're also using Ice Barrier and also using Home Soil. Home Soil does more 50% or higher damage, I think it is, between 50-55% damage if you're next to a structure, a friendly structure. So I just go right ahead and Cold Snap ahead of time because I'm still messing around with the one behind. I Matter Mastery without knowing that there's a cannon there that you can Matter Mastery. That one is actually a tier 2. So I just go ahead and forward, make my Master Archers go ahead and focus on the camp while everything else is just focusing randomly at the moment. So after that, I summon my 2 Grinder, but I didn't actually need it at this point. But again, I still summon it because I'm going to need it later. I mean, that's how I'm going to finish the map. I destroy all my creatures so I can put all the void power, all the power into the void power, so they can come slowly into my power pool. Now, the thing is, Nature and Frost doesn't have anything like Furnace or Shrine of War or anything like that. Again, if you probably had the Shrine of Memory, I think is what's it called. That would have been able to help you, but that's too green, and at this point I don't know if you wanted to actually use that, but you can if you want to. So I just summoned the Grinder, and here's the thing is, I'll explain something. Once you have a couple Grinders in there and you have a couple Flyer, here's what's going to happen. All your spells, I'm sure I did not use it. I highlighted it because I was about to use it, but I didn't use Revenge, by the way. I just wanted to show what Equilibrium does in here, what power regrowth. No, sorry, regrowth for the T4 healing, and some of the other spells does in here. But again, once you have all these spells up, I'm pretty sure you'll be close to untouchable, because you have to keep in mind what are the spells you have to use in here and so on. So I kind of wanted to do it without Revenge for a bit, just so I can show the player. And the reason why I have Flyers in here is because when you're actually fighting something that's medium or anything that is targeting like one specifically, like medium and large and so on, for some reason the any big ground units tend to have only 2 on them, and then the rest just waits in the back saying, am I gonna do this or not? So the Flyers actually breaks that kind of problem. It doesn't matter how many Flyers you have, it can attack the same unit, but the ground unit usually has like a certain limit and so on. Plus they have a little difficulty if you fight something like Nixia, which it bounces all around and then only 2 of them is attacking it. That's why you have the Giant Worm in this deck. It's actually much better and much faster. Another combo that I do, if you actually pay attention, is that I use Matter Mastery, get close to it, and then I use Home Soil. That way my Grinders and my Dragons are actually doing 50% more damage. The towers that you have, both towers, Hammerfall and the Stone Hurler, is all you're going to need. And to be honest with you, this deck was actually built for your Dragon in a way that it actually works in every map. And it should work in every map. That's what I had an intention in my mind, that it should work in all maps. So pretty much this is pretty the deck. Look at the description below, so you go right ahead and look at the the image of the deck, if you guys actually want to find out or anything like that, it's all going to be on the description below. So what happened was on the previous clips that, you know, I got restarted the server and stuff like that, is that there was a bug and basically they needed to actually test it. So I volunteer, because I'm majority of the time I either here or the other place, but I'm most of the time testing. So long story short, I pretty much just went ahead and helped them test the specific bug there. You can just go back a couple clips back and see that that's what's happening. Something about the ranking and something about leaving party and stuff like that. So I just went ahead and volunteer for helping, because this server, to be all honesty, the reason I got pissed is because you know, all that work that you do, you just fucking goes down the drain. However, this server is not for that. In all honesty, this server is for testing. So Cubic and Mephisto or anybody else on the staff that actually test things, they come to this server, test the bugs and stuff like that, make some changes, test the bugs, and then they actually report their findings and try to see what they do for fixing it. So Cubic actually fixes a lot of things in the game. He is the one in one of the previous videos. He was working very hard to fight the DC that was happening all in the map. So basically that's what he's doing. See, these guys actually do work a little bit hard, and I think a little bit unjustifiable why I got mad, even though it could be justified. It's just that, you know, in all honesty, the server was not meant for what I'm doing, testing and stuff like that, like, you know, for cars and stuff like that, and building decks and all that. It's not made for that. It's literally made for testing bugs and stuff like that. So a couple of things that I did around here is basically that I wanted to try a tier 1 in a difficulty 9 map, which I didn't succeed. I did try 8 times. I didn't want to record all 8 maps and stuff like that because it's like 40-minute long to actually do all this. So basically, it was a challenge given to me. Someone told me, can you try difficulty 9 at tier 1? And it's frustrating. It's fun, but it's frustrating as well. But it's fun. So I'm actually going to, after I finish everything, I have like a little cooldown of what I'm doing. I'm actually going to go back and try this because I actually changed the deck. The first time I did this, I had these monuments, the Marco Well, because I had those flyers, the super tier 3, I think, flyers that goes right ahead and paralyzes you. It's the bandit deck. So I tried with this with that because it would have made it useless for them to attack me and so on. So, but again, I couldn't summon it sooner in another clip that's coming up. I couldn't summon it soon enough, and it takes a while, and it gets destroyed and stuff like that, and you have to protect it, all blah, blah, blah. And I'm only allowed to use tier 1. And yes, I can use the construction HUD, but then I have to change my deck to use tier 1 and tier 2 and tier 3 in a different kind of way. So on the next one, I actually use the Wind Reavers and stuff like that to try to deal with them, which it works. It actually does work with the Wind Reaver. So at this point in time, I'm getting to the next camp, and I always use suppressing to try to make sure that those towers does not kill me. Again, I can't use tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. I can only use tier 1. So I'm just getting annihilated for some reason because those damn goddamn either it's a tower. Sometimes I have to keep the suppressing down. Oh, these goddamn flyers cannon that comes in here. But it's okay. I actually managed to actually kill all of them and then move to the right side because I needed to hurry up, suppress the tower right there. And after I suppress the tower, I just finish everything out quickly, clean it up nice and neatly, and then return back to normal. But then when I'm actually going ahead of time, I see the towers again. I see Tarunga in there. I see freaking Soul Hunter in there. And oh, fucking Lord. I think I cursed a couple in Spanish already. Guys, the number should have been placed already. If you guys watch this video completely, you will be able to actually see which number for the next correct BF. All you have to do is read the description below. If you don't know what it says on the description below, which is easily understandable, basically you have to go to Discord on the description below, and you have to see the name. Find me on Discord, PM me the correct number, and you'll be able to enter. I will put the Discord channel which shows players my hidden videos for reward only, in case you don't want to keep watching all my videos and stuff like that. But at the same time, someone actually did win and tried to enter late. So it's going to be tomorrow, the reward. The reward's going to be tomorrow at 4:48 right now when I'm finishing this video and so on. I have to upload it, but it's going to be tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll give the reward. So you have a whole freaking day to watch the video and able to enter. So that's pretty much it. I'll see you on the next video.